What if Optimus Prime died in Transformer 1?
Let's put things back into perspective, shall we? At the end of Transformer 1, Optimus and Megatron have a huge fight. Megatron and Optimus also both end up on the ground, damaged, and then Sam with the cube comes, and this is where our story will change. Instead of putting the cube inside Megatron's chest, Sam listens to Optimus and put the Allspark into his chest. Exactly like in the movie, Megatron doesn't die, but Optimus dies instead. Megatron then would take the shard of the Allspark from the husk of Optimus Prime and would try to go and kill Sam. But the other Autobots and the humans were able to save Sam because Megatron was severely injured in the fight, and all of the Autobots all would focus on Megatron, right? So then Megatron would flee to go warn the Fallen that even though the cube has been destroyed, he was able to retrieve a shard of it, and that the last Prime is dead, therefore no one stand in his way. On Earth, the Autobot and the humans would create an alliance, like in Transformer 2, to hunt down the Decepticon, probably Nest, and to prepare for what's to come next. Death Optimus Prime would be a tragic moment for the Autobot cause, but it will also be a rallying point. Many bots would come to Earth because they know that if they don't stand together, it would be the end of their cause. The only thing that could save Optimus Prime is the matrix of leadership, but for now, it is impossible to find. Shortly after, the Fallen and Megatron would come to Earth to fire the Sun Eater big machine thingy.
But this time in this universe, the Fallen has, a shard of the cube, so he can recreate a bit of his power and raise up an army. He would send a little bit of them, a little force team, to recover the Matrix or try to find where the Matrix is. And the Autobot would pick up all that energy signals from the charge, and they would essentially just go back in Egypt and prepare for battle.
They would go to battle, but the Autobots are outnumbered, attacked, wounded, and with low morals. The Autobots are losing this fight. But from the shadow, somebody says something. Bumblebee, with his voice back, like it's supposed to be at the end of Transformer 1, his voice is back. He would say something. He would say a little speech. And I think it would go like that. Even if our numbers aren't in our favor, even if we let our lives on the battlefield, we must fight because if we lose this fight, there will be no tomorrow. This speech would give the Autobots the will to fight. The Fallen, seeing this, would just laugh and would use the shard again to raise another army. But the second pick of energy would awake a nightmare within Unicron. Seeing this, the creator would send Lockdown to try to undo this mess and undown the responsible. The troops of the Fallen have found the matrix of leadership in the meanwhile, and they would give it to their leader, essentially, the Fallen. Lockdown would come just in time to fight, the Fallen, and he would fight, but in vain. The Fallen kills him, and essentially, all they did is bought time for a little team of human and bots to go inside Lockdown's ships and liberate the Dinobots and the other knights inside. They too have heard that Optimus Prime died, and they saw that the only way to stop the Fallen is to follow the Autobot cause. The Knight would go straight for the Fallen, and the Dinobots would fight on the battlefield, giving a most necessitated edge to the Autobot. The Autobots, with the Force Dinobots, are able to push back and lead an offensive against the Fallen's army. Megatron would see that his master, the Fallen, is crazy, and that Unicron awakening would mean the end of all life in the galaxy, even Cybertron. So the Fallen would, before that, entrust him with the Matrix to essentially fire up the big thing Sun Heater to because he's fighting knights, right? But Megatron would have another plan. He would fly away. Megatron would land onto the battlefield where the Autobots were still engaging in an intense fight. He asked the Autobots to be driven to Optimus, but the Autobots wouldn't accept this. But when the Matrix of Leadership was shown, that, Megatron shown them, I have the Matrix of Leadership, and he said, I just want to revive him. So the Fallen could be vanquished. They would give him his location, and upon arrival, Megatron revive Optimus. Megatron would tell Optimus,
My brother, I was wrong, so wrong.
The Falling, having just killed the last knight, would be intercepted by Optimus and Megatron. For the first time, the Fallen was overwhelmed by a united force of Optimus and Megatron. But the Fallen would be able to neutralize Optimus by launching his spear into his wounded chest. Still, guys, you have to understand, this is Optimus from the first movie, right? He didn't go his training and all that, and in the first movie, he was able to be overtaken by Megatron. He's still not like that super guy that took Starscream, Blackout, and Megatron all the same time. He's the '07 one. He's a bit weaker, and he's still wounded, even though he's been revived. The cube has really done a lot of damage to his chest. But Megatron, in a fit of rage, would crush the Fallen to pieces. Megatron would then rush to see his brother dying on the ground. The once leader of the Decepticon would call for his medic to stabilize Optimus. Optimus would ask Megatron to take the Matrix of Leadership and light the darkest hour. Megatron would say no, he's no Prime, but Optimus would say that he sensed the Matrix something that, essentially proved that Megatron could be a Prime. He indeed redeemed himself by proving that he's worthy of being a Prime. Megatron would use the Matrix to undo everything that the Fallen did. It would kill all of his last soldier that are still fighting. It would do most of the repairs that Unicron did in his awakening, and it would calm Unicron for a moment. There is no saying if Unicron would be still awakening, and the Autobots are in a great peril without Optimus Prime because he is still wounded. He's maybe stabilized, but he is wounded, and this is something that Megatron will try to fix. But for now, there is a new Prime being Megatron, and in the future, this is an uneasy thing for the Autobots. Passing from the guy that killed and did war against everybody to him being a Prime and now being worthy. Maybe Primus sees it that way, but Megatron will have to convince a lot of people that he is right for this thing. And we could even see for, I think, the first time in Transformer history. And it would be nice if you guys like this series. I would do a little story about Optimus and Megatron. Maybe Optimus stays alive and we could have two Prime, a bit like two Jedi or two Sith in the Star Wars universe, but now it'd be in Transformer universe. So tell me if you guys liked it. I surely appreciate it. Make that little what if, and we could go like crazy way with this. So have a nice day, guys. Thumbs up, subs, as much as you want, but know that your viewership is well enough for me. Have a nice day.